Yes, sir. What's up? What's happening? I hope all is well with y'all, man. It's Thoughts of a Predicate Winner. You know what it is, and you know what we do over here. I'm ready to get into this, man. I've been waiting on this since forever, I feel like. I'm fixing to get into my conversation with Hard Target. If you're unfamiliar with my series of conversation with, sometimes I take a break from the reactions to interview artists, but I like for the interview process to be more of a conversation style, just homie talking to homie. So I'm super excited to get into this for a multitude of reasons. Number one, he's like, TraylorMade is like the hottest thing on these streets right now, bro. Loving TraylorMade, loving everything that they're doing. Shout out to all the TraylorMade guys, bro. Two, I've been a fan of Hard Target since before TraylorMade. I've been a fan of Hard Target, well, since before I knew about TraylorMade. I've been a fan of Hard Target since I was 13, 14 years old. I've been a fan of this dude for literally over half of my life. I had a fallout as a fan. It's not like we didn't have a fallout. I had a falling out as a fan, and I'm going to get to it in the interview, so I don't want to spoil it here. But imagine how excited I was when I started reacting to music, and I saw that not only did Hard Target have a diss to Upchurch, but that it was being highly requested by the people that follow my channel. Imagine how that felt. You know what I mean? To have that real full circle moment. It was such a full circle moment that I knew when I did it that we would ultimately be in this position today. So first and foremost, before we even get started, I do want to say thank you to Hard Target for blessing me with this opportunity, because this is a blessing to me. And I want to thank him for being appreciative to us, to the people that, propel their music. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to wear that cape, bro. We propel the music. We help people to identify with the energies. We help people to break it down to a science. We help people to feel it, So I'm so appreciative that there's an artist out here that really appreciates us. So without further ado, I think that's all I needed for my intro, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is a conversation with HT, baby. What's up, brother? How you living?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Good. I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to do this, bro. I really am. I appreciate the opportunity for allowing me to, but man, it's crazy to think about. Like, I've talked about all the time with my wife how I've been with her for like over half of my life. And I started dating her when I was 16 and I'm 35. Bro, I've literally been a fan of yours for over half of my life, which is literally absurd. And kind of the full circle moment behind all of it is when I started reacting to music. Fans led me to Tom. Tom fans led me to Adam. In the midst of that Adam and Upchurch thing, I saw yours and I was like, Hard Target. And I was like, man, it's going to have to be a full circle moment at some point where I'm going to have a conversation with him, man, and just talk to him. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
It's humbling and also like depressing as fuck. I'm like, damn, I'm old.
I don't know, man. I feel the same way. I got all these grays coming in too.
That's one thing I'm good right now, man. Like I still
Yeah.
got a good hair and I ain't got grays yet. But my mom, my dad's side, all of them, they never really. I
Yeah.
think my dad didn't get gray until he's like late 50s or something like that.
Man, that is good. That's good genetics. How do you who are your inspirations like now? You know what I mean? Well, let's do this. Who are your favorites like who are some of your favorites all the time, and who are some of your favorites that you just look to now for inspiration?
It's hard to, I always get asked these questions and I always leave out so many people I never think to say.
For sure.
Because I love a lot of music, man. Like I grew up, my dad was strict. Like growing up with my dad, we weren't allowed to listen to like bad music, like rap music. We were like strictly on. It was 90s, late 80s, early 90s country, and the old school rock and roll, man. Which I still love. But back then, you're a kid, you want to listen to cool stuff. But I love Limp Bizkit, Korn. hip hop wise, I got into like the Hot Boys. That's what got me into hip hop. I'm like the most
That's
on hip
fire.
hop person is because like guerrilla warfare is like my
Let's
oh I
go.
can move guerrilla warfare from the Hot Boys is like one of my all time favorite albums.
Mm.
Field Mob, I love from the Rooted to
Yeah,
Pastor Troy's
yeah,
shit was amazing. But I also liked a lot of weird underground shit, Aesop Rock, Atmosphere Slug.
mm.
Um, and then of course like the underground people like DZK and shit. We used to bump them.
Mm.
Uh, that
Shout out to
still the music.
DZK, man.
Yeah, great artist. It's a shame he stopped making music,
Mm.
but he's still awesome and he still dabbles in it here and there.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's weird, bro. It's up and down. Like I love Alicia Carr, Tyler Childers, uh, uh, Zach Bryan's great. There's this one new kid I found on TikTok. He's the I'm not gonna remember his name, but he has that song where I can't think of it.
Yeah.
He's a TikTok, but he's a real big blown up artist. He does like kind of country folky stuff, hip hop wise. Um,
Mm.
Kendrick Lamar's first album, Good Kid, Mad City, the one with on Aftermath, is one of my all time favorite albums. Born
It's
Sinner
crazy.
in my top five albums.
Born Center
College
from J.
Dropout,
Cole.
yeah, bro.
Top five.
The top five, 100%. That and College Dropout,
Dope.
like pre black KKK outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. Nah, Kanye is one of my favorites too, man. Like top two, probably not two. Of course, Eminem. 50 Cent is my favorite rapper of all time, just because of that era, and that's kind of
Yeah,
what got me into hip hop. So I respect it, bro. I think that's dope,
Get
man.
Rich or Die Trying, classic album.
The best, bro, to me. Like, and I like the Massacre a lot too. A lot of people hated on that album, but and if you really want to get crazy, bro, if he wouldn't have gave Game all those hits on the documentary,
Oh, yeah, yeah, he had a gang of them. That I gotta love it. Come on, no,
yeah, come
no.
on, man.
That was a
Yeah,
that was a gem right there.
yeah, yeah. But no, I'm the same, and I remember specifically, man. I talk about this in the reaction I just did to you, but I'm gonna talk about it here too, about how. Well, let me, if you don't mind, man, I'll just kind of explain like how this whole moment to me is just so nuts because like I used to download music illegally, which you should not do. Everybody out there should buy music, especially if you love the
At least
artist.
that's
But
I don't even think.
yeah, but I downloaded some new Eminem something in the midst of him like dissing Benzino, and I was like, oh, there is something new, so I download it, and there's this other
Yeah,
dude on it, bro, and I'm like, who is that? It ended up being you, and somehow this is the part I don't remember, but somehow I figured out your name, and I went to your SoundClick, and bro, I
I can
like
tell you. I can tell
go
you how you
ahead,
figured it. I can tell you how you figured it out. I
yeah,
used to upload it on. I used to do this with anyone's album that was coming out. This was around Get Rich or Die Trying Eminem show.
yeah,
I would upload it, and what they call it metadata. It's what you encode into the MP3. It's
okay,
not like complicated. You right click on the file, go
hmm.
to get more info, and you could type in all your metadata. So what I would do is I'd put it all my website stuff, soundclick.com/hard target,
That's
and
it.
when you put it into a CD, you were playing it in your car, and instead of the track title playing up
That's
there
it.
like it
Yeah,
soundclick.com.
that's right,
But
bro.
we were
I forgot about that. That's right.
we
That
were
is how
driving.
I found it. It was like on my, and it was an MP3 player, bro. I used to have headphones, and I was like, oh, that is how I found you. But, bro, like, I was in a real dark place in my life at that point in time. So, like, I don't know, everything like She Said was one of my favorite songs of yours at that point in time. Obviously, we were you know, when was that released? Because like in my mind, the timeline is like 2004, 2003, maybe.
No, oh no, 2003 was my first album, Southern Accent. She
Okay,
Said, I want to say was on Back to the Trailer. I may be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
okay,
And that was like 2005-ish. I know the
okay,
song. I did it twice.
okay.
I originally did it, and I think I put it on SoundClick, and then I re-recorded this song. And the only reason this song, I remember this song because I've done a lot of music.
Hmm.
This song particularly, I remember this. This was when I was still with my daughter's mother, which before I had my daughter, uh, which I was with her for like 10 years at this point. I have all those old songs. Those were about a specific woman.
Okay.
I remember we had split up, and I remember I redid She Said and like added a second verse maybe or something like that.
I
And I
think I
remember I
remember.
had like a big catapulting, like big ending on it. I don't
Yeah.
know. That song it sticks out to me because I remember that was a one of those real moments,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Yeah,
where
no,
a
I
song.
I loved it, bro. And then there was You're in Love. You're in Love was another one that I really rocked with, and I just remember like I for a long time, bro, up until and I'm gonna tell you because I talk about it in in the Upchurch diss reaction that I did, where I was like, it's crazy, bro, because like I've been a fan of him since I was a kid, but there was like this falling out period for me, and I wanted to let you know now that I have you and I can talk with you. I had this like time in my life, bro, where like I had got clean. I'm off of drugs for maybe 6, 7 months. And I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I used to chat with you. He's always been super dope with his fans, man. Like I used to chat with you on Twitter, chat with you on Facebook, and I got home, and you had just reposted like a meme or something like that, and it had like a lady with a
Oh my
with a
heroin.
spoon and some dope and like a girl. And bro, I was so sensitive, bro. Like I didn't know how to channel my emotions at this point in time either. So like I'm ultra sensitive, and I was just like, man, screw Hard Target, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about. And I don't even know why I got so mad about it, bro, but I just fell out. You know what I mean? And it
Did I
was
like talk
so,
shit to you or something?
what is it?
Did I talk shit to you or something?
No,
A comment?
no, no. That's what I'm
You just
saying. It's like literally, it was literally just the meme, and I was like, man, screw him, bro. I'm done with Hard Target. And then like
yeah.
literally, all these years go by, man. So I mean, that's me. I don't put nothing on you, bro. Like that's me. That was just like my, I don't know, man.
To
Getting
give you
sober did
context,
one on me, you know.
when like I praise the Lord, I've never had to deal with addiction like that. I've had my issues with alcohol, like, and my issues with alcohol, like, again, praise the Lord.
Yeah,
I could recognize early and go, okay, you're going to get in a bad place if you don't slow down. But I've
100.
dealt with drugs my whole life because it'd be easier for me to tell you the people in my family that aren't on drugs. It would take less time to tell you that because I've dealt with it, and I've watched my nieces and nephews grow up without a father, grow up without a mother. My sister right now, she has a child in, I want to say, Alabama, one 2 counties away, and then one with her father, and then one I no, I may be wrong on that. I think she just has the three, but
Yeah.
none of them. They're all separated, and she's in jail right now, like from drugs. And I have such a short tolerance for it, and because I have kids, and I get the concept with drugs. People are sick. They have a problem. Like, and just give you a peace of mind of my maturity. Like my sister, when she first got locked up, this is back in like October. She's like, Ryan, she still had bail, like bond. And she's like, will you please bond me out? Da, da, da. And I'm like, and I let her say what she wants to say. And I'm like, no, I won't. And oh, you piece of shit. You just want to control my life, and started calling me every name in the book. And I literally sat back and go, I love you. This ain't you. This is not my sister. I go,
Facts.
you'll get better, and I'm not going to hold none of this against you. But in that day and time when I probably posted that, there was none of that. I'd have been like, you're a fucking loser. Get
Yeah.
your shit together. Take care of your fucking family. So I've always been very
It was that. Yeah, it was that. It was that type of vibe. But I'll tell you, even with me, Target, bro, like even at that point in time, I was really under the spell of like, and listen, you have to do what you got to do to get sober. To anybody out there that's fighting these demons and fighting addiction, do what you got to do. But I was still in that mind frame 6, 7 months in, like, I have a disease. You know what I mean? And I'm a prisoner to this disease. And I will tell you over the course of time, bro, like, 10 years goes by and you start to kind of realize that, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a disease, but if you're not careful, like, you can really let that become a excuse. You know what I'm saying? And there
I
has to
want to
be a
say,
middle ground.
I didn't want to cut. I don't want to cut you off and say that.
Yeah,
Like, but I this is how I talk. I'm very like when I talk to my
yeah.
sister and my brother, anyone that's involved, I'm very open about it. When they're like, it's a disease, and no, it's an excuse.
Ooh, and
Not, it is, and it sucks. It's hard. It
mm,
is rough, and I know how the toll it takes on a person mentally. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
I'm not against that, but it's as simple as this. I always look at it like this. I've got kids.
mm,
Uh, if someone told me if don't walk in front of a semi because it's gonna kill me,
mm,
I'm not gonna walk in front of a
mm-hmm.
semi. I know
100.
that semi, that analogy is kind of crazy, but in my head,
Mm,
that's what you're doing. You're walking in front of a semi. You're just
facts.
killing yourself. It's going. It's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when it's gonna happen. And when you got kids, they didn't choose to be here, and that's where my
Mm,
insensitivity came in with the whole drug thing. Is because
yep.
I've got them.
Yeah.
And like I am, there ain't a human on this planet that will keep me away from my children. There isn't a government official, there isn't a
Yeah.
man, there isn't an army. They're gonna pay hell.
Hold up. Yeah, I agree, bro. I feel like, I mean, as years go by and as years grow, I kind of get caught up in the balance between it sometimes, and I feel bad for people. But at this point in time, 10 years in, where my faith is kind of the heartbeat of my, well, not kind of, my faith is the heartbeat of my sobriety. So I think that good can come from, like, okay, it's a disease type of deal, but I think in today's society, too many people will use it as an excuse, like you're saying. And I feel like 10 years, 11 years removed from heroin and amphetamines myself, I feel like I can't allow myself to think that way. You know what I mean? Because I'll end up going right back down that path because it's just an excuse. And that's all you look for as an addict is like, what excuse can I make so that I can do this and so I can point the finger at somebody else? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
I agree.
I shouldn't be I still am. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm like mature,
Yeah. No, yeah.
like I still am, but like with my kids, it don't matter what it is. Especially my kids. I got a 7-year old, a 10-year old, and a 17-year old. I don't talk to my kids like they're kids. I talk to my kids like they're
Facts.
adults. I talk to my kids like my friend did some dumb shit. I talk to my 7-year old
Yeah.
like I don't, and my wife sometimes is like, yo, you're. I don't care. At the end of the day, once you turn 18 and that door's open and you run out in the real world, the landlord don't care about your feelings. The
That's a
police
fact.
don't care about your feelings.
Mm,
That guy you cut off in traffic don't care about your feelings.
mm,
Like you are going to be talked to like how you're going to be talked to out in the real world. I love my kids to death. I never do anything to put them in harm's way. Only thing I cannot coddle these people. I cannot coddle my sister. I cannot coddle my brother. I cannot coddle my friends.
mm.
You know what I mean? You're fucking up. And I want the same in return.
Yeah.
I want the same. If I'm doing something dumb, don't be like, hey man, like, I think no, just come out and say it. That Breadwin, the guy that does all the videos, man. Shout out to Breadwin. Best
Salute.
friend. It's like my motherfucking brother. Um, me and Breadwin, we've got a big circle of friends, you know what I mean, on traylormade or whatever. Me and Breadwin are the two people that have always bumped heads and argued and almost gotten several fist fights over the shit.
Mm,
Breadwin does not hold back whatsoever. When I do something dumb or I'm
100.
saying some dumb shit, I'm like, yo, man, like, no, man, bro's like da da da. And I'm saying it and I'm like, I say it to him and I'm waiting for him to be like, yeah, fuck him. And he's like,
100.
nah,
100.
you're a
Yeah.
fucking. And I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be on my side, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And now I need that. I need that. I want friends that are gonna be like, no, you're fucking up, man.
Mm.
And whether it be, which I'm not on drugs, sorry, but
No,
like
you
whether
good.
it be drug, just mad fucking dumbass decisions I'm making, whether it be a husband, a rapper,
Mm,
wanting to beat up a local motherfucker for saying some slick shit on the internet,
mm-hmm.
I need that
Yeah.
adult to be like, it ain't that serious.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people are missing that
I agree,
because they've
bro.
been coddled.
I agree. I try to be that way to my, like, I got two friends specifically that I've tried to kind of rebuild friendships after getting clean or whatever. But I have two people specifically that I really try to be that way with myself. And man, I even
Yeah.
feel like in return, it's difficult to get. You know what I mean? It's difficult to get. So I think you're blessed. Shout out to Breadwin. I think that's a blessing to have people around you like that for sure, and for you to be that way. I'm that way with my kids too, bro. I am. It's important. It's a cold
Yeah.
world, bro.
It is, right.
Yeah.
It really is.
So
I said, oh my God.
no, you're fine, bro. What I've always been intrigued by the Fred Durst thing, man. Like I remember when that song came out, and I asked you on Twitter. I was like, "What's up? Are you like with YMCMB now?" Because that's like when Limp Bizkit first got put on with Cash Money, and I was
It
like,
was.
"Are you with them?" And you were like, "Nah, that's my manager." And I don't know what happened after that, so I've always kind of been curious. If you don't mind, what ended up happening with Fred Durst?
The thing that happened with Fred, there was no falling out. I literally talked to him a couple days ago. I was bullshitting with him on Instagram, just talking shit,
Dope.
whatever. Daughter was singing, my 17-year-old daughter that was in the video.
Yeah.
Uh, Gotti, got Breadwin, so I call him Gotti. He's like, "Yo, your daughter's in there singing break stuff in the bathroom." I walk up and my daughter's like, "It's
Yeah.
just one of those days." So I started filming her
That's hard.
audio.
Yeah.
But what happened with Fred, it wasn't like a fallout or nothing like that. It just
Mm.
at the time, you got to think we come from two different time periods of
Mm-hmm.
the way music is released.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could do an album, wait 5, 6 years, put out an album that it's still boom, wow, great. It's Limp Bizkit. That's how it
100.
worked back then. The internet, a month is a year in real life. Like real, it's like a year in real life. So you have to, as an independent artist, you have to continue to put out music. And I remember when we
Mm.
put out Lookout, uh,
So hard.
this might be the time when I was doing like some disses to some other artists and stuff like that. And bro, I drop music. I like making music, man. Like
Yeah.
I've recorded, I've forgotten about more songs I've made completed than some of these artists got in their catalog. And that's not like something cool to say. That's sad because I'm fucking getting early onset dementia. But I dropped music. I was back even back then. I was like, I'm just dropping it, and I remember him saying, he's like, "All right, from here forward, we got to be strategic on how we're putting this stuff out." And at the time, it's good you brought up the Cash Money thing. They were just initially trying to do the deal with YMCMB. And I got to meet all of them too. Shout out to Fred, man.
That's hard.
Fred,
Yeah.
I
That's
got to
dope.
meet Lil Wayne, Birdman. I was supposed to be on a song with like I wrote my verse and everything, but it never came to fruition with
Yeah.
Busta and Lil Wayne. But it never came to fruition. But
Oh,
I
man,
got
that
that
would have
money
been
because
crazy.
I know it would have been life changing because it was
Yeah.
literally like
Yeah.
a full circle. Like I was inspired to want to be a musician because of Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit, West Borland, and then I was inspired to be a rapper by Lil Wayne, the Hot Boys, and shit like that.
Come on,
All
bro.
right, but what happened was he's like, we've got to choose wisely how we're going to release this stuff. You can't just put stuff out randomly.
Mm.
Like, how am I going to tell Fred that?
Yeah.
He's Fred. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a
Mm.
month went by, nothing's going on. 2 months goes by, nothing's going on. Man, this is how I pay my bills. Like
Yeah.
I don't make money what you're making. I've got to grind out here. So I just started putting out music again.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Man, you just don't want to listen, bro. You just want to do your own thing." Like saying it in a jokingly manner.
Right. Right.
And I was
Right.
like, "Bro, gotta put music out." And he's like, "I get it, bro. It's all good, bro." And we still kept in touch, but it slowly just became a thing where it was like, I
Okay.
think he was so focused on that deal with Cash Money, which I think they did a single with them. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they actually put out an album.
That's
Golden
right.
Cobra
Mm-hmm.
came out before. It was the last Interscope album, and
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
blame
hard
Fred.
album, by the way. That album gets slept on. I like Gold Cobra, bro.
Golden Cobra is like, in my opinion, the closest thing to early Limp Bizkit
Me
out
too.
of their whole catalog. But I don't blame him for his main focus being him in the band, and it was that breath of fresh air, getting back out there. They took a long break. I want to say like 8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
now they're about to work with Cash Money, the biggest rap label on the planet at the time.
Yeah, it was
Maybe still, I
crazy.
don't keep up with it. So I don't blame him for that's where his focus is, because I have to deal with that with my own label.
A million
Uh,
percent.
on a smaller level. I'm sorry, I don't want to be that guy, but it just drifted apart. That's all it was. There was no bad blood. Like I played Warzone with Fred,
Yeah.
uh, shit like that. We're still in good standings. It was never like a fuck you man or fuck you man. It was just like I think in his head he's like I don't know what to do with him. And I remember him at one point saying like I don't know what you want to do. Do you want to be a rapper? Do you want to be a singer? Or do you want to do country? Or do you want to do rock music?
Mm,
And I think my response to him was like, I don't know. I just want to make music.
mm.
And I don't think he knew what to do with me.
Yeah. That's crazy
Which
how it comes full circle like this too, man. With you, I don't. I think that, like, from my fandom to me, you are a hip hop artist, like an all around hip hop artist. But like, it's cool to see like all these different types of fans that rock with you because you do just make music, bro, and it's heartfelt and it pulls on your heartstrings. And I talk to my channel all the time about that being the core for replay value is like relatability. Like
yeah,
if you can make me feel, bro, all day I'm going back over and over again. And um, I think that I just think that that Fred story in your story is dope, bro. I saw him on Bill Maher recently, man. This is kind of off subject, but he was on Bill Maher's podcast, bro. And Fred Durst is literally like, I never saw him in that setting before. I'd seen him on like MTV interviews for like 30 seconds at a time, but like he sat down with Bill Maher for like 2 hours. Fred is hilarious, bro. He is
it,
hilarious to me.
bro, bro. When I met him in person, I'd already
Hmm.
been talking to him for like a year. We'd done music over the computer and shit like that. So I was kind of like when I say I was like a Limp Bizkit fan to people, people are like, "Yeah, I like Limp Bizkit." I was a Limp Bizkit fan.
Me too,
Like
bro.
bro, when if you watch my stage show, if anyone goes to my stage, watch me perform live,
Yeah,
it's West Moreland, Fred Durst, Atlantis Morissette,
yeah.
all wrapped into one. And
That's
I didn't
hard.
do that, but it's my little strokey hand from Atlantis Morissette. When I start headbanging, it's West Moreland on the guitar,
Yeah.
and then my that fucking that shit from the old fucking what was it Family Values tour. I watched it
Mm.
religiously. I was obsessed fans with this dude, and I got to meet him in person. I'd already talked to him for a year. I'm like, it's Fred. It's cool. Blah blah. Blah. When I met Wes Borland, I was a fucking dork. I was like, this fucking guy, Wes Borland, and he was hilarious too. He's so awkward and hilarious.
Yeah.
But I was like, when I met him, we went out to dinner with him. I went back
Yeah.
to the studio. We did a we did a song over Cool and Dre produced it. I don't know if you know who they are.
Oh, of
They
course.
did
Yeah.
they did a lot of like Rick Ross. They
Yeah.
were big back
Chevy
in the day.
riding high, boy. Chevy riding high. Yeah.
And Wes did the guitars on it. And bro, I wish I had these
Oh
records.
my God.
It wouldn't let me leave with them. Wes did the guitars on it. Cool and Dre produced it. Me and Fred rapped on it, and it just the engineer would not let me leave with it. He's like, I was like, "Yo, can you give me a rough draft of that?" He's like, "Until that man says I can bounce it, this can't coming off this computer." And Fred was a stickler back then. But you got to think they come from a different time period where a song is like sacred. It could get leaked and shit like that. And in my head, I'm like, leak that motherfucker.
Yeah, dog. God, man, I would kill to hear that. That's crazy. Um,
I couldn't even.
I wanted to take a second too, man, just to say that your daughter's acting skills are crazy. I would have said that in my reaction had I have known. But how do
Yeah.
you go about like, you know, because I'm a father of two. Like but mine's young. I got an 11-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I see my 11-year-old already trying to act like she's 14, 15, 16. And I wanted to ask you, like, how do you maintain that close relationship even when they go through those, changing years?
Uh, my daughter has had some difficult periods. I won't talk about all the stuff she's had, but
Okay.
I feel like men having daughters is our penance for the way we acted as teenagers, the way we treated women, and it's our penance for like, see how you were. Now you've got to deal with. You want the world for your daughter. She's a princess. She's a queen, but my daughter's my homie. Like we talk shit to each other. Like I'll walk in, I'm like, yo, what's up with this outfit? This shit fire, and
Yeah.
she'll be like, that shit's mid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then when I have a dope outfit, she's like, yo, that's fire, and she'll come in like rocking like jinkos and shit. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you look like a fucking idiot. Take that. And we're great friends and shit like that. We say exactly what's on our mind. She's getting a little bit too slick at the mouth, slipping out cuss words as of lately.
Yeah.
Again, she's 17. She's
Yeah.
gonna be 18. I can't stop her from being an adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, she's a great human, and she's got a lot of potential to do a lot of cool things. Whatever she wants to do, she could do it if she puts her mind to it.
That's dope.
It's just a matter of her doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What
try
does that
to
say?
try to have that kind of personal relationship with mine too, man. So hopefully that pays off for me like it has for you, man. What a blessing, bro. What a blessing.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any? I don't want to hold you too long, man. I'm fixing to let you go, but before I do, man, I do want to say, you know, bro, I love you. I love your music, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to speak to you, and I'm thankful for you kind of being how you are with fans and being how you are with reactors because we get a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And I do want to say that I'm rooting for you, bro. I hope you keep killing it. Do you have anything coming album wise, like on your own solo dolo?
Yeah, I could put out. Here's the thing with albums. Albums don't perform the way people think they are with an artist at my level.
Okay.
They perform the way they people think they do. What it is you're wasting every song that doesn't get put out like right there, video, boom, introduced it to the world. It doesn't get to roll out in the time it needs. I've said this a couple times on other podcasts. I treat it like this: if I go to the store and I buy 10 gifts for my son, 10 years old, I buy him 10 different gifts. They're all different. They all have their own things they could do. And I hand them to him. He's going to look at it and be like, oh my God, Dad, thank you so much. I love it. He's going to get them. He's going to love them. 10 minutes later, I'm going to walk over and he's going to be playing with one of them. And the rest are going to be sitting in the corner. He's going to find one or two he likes. Now, if I take one of those gifts and give it to him this week, he's gonna love that gift all week long.
That's a
I give
fact.
him the next gift next week, he's gonna love that gift all week long. Now, don't get me wrong, there could be some where he's like, "This is cool,"
Yeah.
eh, but it gives it an opportunity to have that moment in the spotlight for him to enjoy. So it's always better to drop him like that. If I wanted to, I could right now, like God forbid, if I passed away, my wife, all she's got to do is contact my buddy West Nile, take my computer. They could release another 5, 6, 7 albums off just the music I have on my computer. So having an
Dang.
album ready, yeah, I'll drop probably another 4 or 5 songs and then throw a couple, 3, 4 unreleased and put it out as an album. But I'm not too worried about that. I just want to put out music. If it
100.
does well, that's awesome. If it doesn't, my job is uh, to stay afloat. Does that make sense?
It
Like I
does.
don't want to go. I don't viral. I don't want to sound like a douchebag. I would love to go viral. My job isn't viral. My job isn't to have a song get millions of views overnight. My job is to put out music.
Come
People
on.
listen to it, and it helps keep me afloat. It does. I own my vehicles. My kids get whatever they want. I fucking any gun. I'm a gun enthusiast. I love guns.
Yeah.
I have every gun I could ever imagine I wanted. You know what I mean? I'm blessed, man. So for me to want more, I think it's and go, oh, it's not fair that I'm not getting bigger or I'm not blowing up this big or why is that guy doing it and I'm not. It's kind of like a slap in the face of like what I've already got. I would have cut someone's throat to be where I'm at 5 years ago. But cut
100%.
like now
Yeah.
I want this. I was praying for this 5 years ago. I'm thankful for this right now. I'm not going to do this shit where I'm just going to be like ungrateful for the things that I have in front of me. So my job is to put out music. The fans that do listen to me, thank you. God bless you. The reactors that share my stuff, thank you. God bless you. I love y'all, man. The people that don't like me, thank you. God bless you. Keep on commenting and tell me how much you don't like me.
Yeah.
Algorithm's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care about all that stuff, man. My job is to make music, put it out, and hopefully someone likes it. It could be a ratchet track, and someone just it could be a self what track where you look deep into your soul or whatever.
Oh, what? Just man, you guys, I'm so sorry. It's in true thoughts of a predicate winner fashion, taking this no editing thing to a whole new level. I lost the connection because I forgot to pay my Zoom monthly payment whenever I got a new debit card. So y'all please forgive me. I hope that y'all still enjoyed this interview. And he did send something else to pardon y'all with, or to say peace out to you guys with. So this is Target here as well.
Apparently Zoom has a limited time limit on it. Sorry the interview got cut short. I just want to say thank you, Thoughts of Predicate Winner, man. Nelson, you're my dog. You ever need anything from me, man, you just holler at me. I'm very grateful for all the help and the love you show, the work you put into your reactions from me or any of the other artists I associate with, man. Salute to you, and God bless everyone, man. Y'all stay positive.
Man, I can't believe that happened, bro. I'm so upset with myself for letting that happen, man, because I was trying to let him go, but the conversation was stirring. So I feel like a jackass, bro. And I'm sorry for cussing in this video, man. I cussed twice in this video. To all the people, sorry. Just kind of got lost in the conversation, man. I was just chilling with the homie, man. So Ryan, Hard Target, man, thank you, bro. Thank you for coming onto my channel and blessing me with this content, bro. This was a real full circle moment for me. And I'm glad that I finally got the opportunity to just talk to you, have a conversation with you. And, man, I would love to do it again when I pay my bill. Jesus Christ. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't so, man. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't so. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. And make sure to go like and subscribe my boy Target. And go cop that new single that he just put out, man. It's crazy. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. And thank you, HT. Man, I can't believe that happened. It is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.